everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. First off, is the sound on? I see the sound moving. Last time I went live, the sound wasn't working. My bad for that. Yes, you see it. I got a thing. It says on air. Now, here's a frustrating thing about that, right? Like you see that back there, like that on air thing. Here's what's frustrating about it, right? Well, first off, I may have to lower the aperture because it is like really blurred out. Like you can see it here, but can't see it really there. But um it's straight. Actually, it's leveled, right? Like if you look here, it doesn't look leveled. The problem is I have a 16 millimeter f 1.4 lens here, and everything on the outside sort of gets wider, get like it gets wide. See how my hands look all like elong, my fingers look elong. So that's sort of like it's level. It just doesn't look level. I'm not sure if I should either way. That's not what we're here to talk about. All right. So what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are watching right now, hit the like button. It'll let YouTube know that this is a video worth sharing. It's free. It helps support the channel. And if you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and join the Harrison Extended family here on YouTube. Now, this is another controversial topic, but trust and believe this won't be a conversation simply blaming women. This will be a conversation about why men aren't approaching women anymore. And it's going to be some internal and external. And I'm going to stick with five. Now, this five is not exhaustive, which means it's not the only reason. There are plenty of reasons why men are not approaching women anymore. Some of those reasons women really don't want to hear because it causes them to be self reflective. It causes them to look inside and say, maybe I should make some changes. But then, gentlemen, usually this is I don't know which way. Gentlemen, usually you guys don't want to be held accountable for why women aren't responding to you. You see, you have taken the red pill and you're drinking up all the red Kool-Aid and have not allowed yourself to operate in society the way you should. And you are going into meeting women already having a negative mindset about them, which also, as you go in with that energy, may cause a woman to read that energy and not respond to you in kind. But not to say that everything that the red pill says is wrong or bad. Just we got to go into it with like a fine tooth comb and definitely spit out the bones and chew up the meat. And there's a lot of bones within that meat. And what's pause? And what's going on? Sorry, my son makes me say that. I don't know why. I don't know why my son makes me say that. So shout out to Elevate with Vern. Thank you so much for being here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you are here. So I know Elevate with Verns may have some things to say about this, but I promise you it's not coming from a place that's pointing a finger or trying to look at negativity and sensationalize it. I'm not trying to do that. I really would like to help, really would like people to form positive, long lasting relationships that lead to marriage. And hopefully, this will be one of those things because, again, we hear a lot that men are not approaching women anymore, and women are frustrated about that as well. Reflectively speaking, ladies, you have to ask yourself this question. Is it that men aren't approaching you anymore, or is it the men that you want to approach you are not approaching you? And if that is the case, then could it be that the caliber of men that you attract that's approaching you is actually the caliber of men you should be looking for? Uh, Again, this is stuff that we really got to reflect on. May not sound nice. You may not like what I have to say, but I promise you, hopefully it'll help. So I have 5 reasons why men stopped approaching women. The external and internal. Things that men need to be doing and things that women could probably help with. And number one, ladies, some of you may have, and don't and stay out the comments like that's it's a misogynistic term. It really isn't. Some of you guys are not approachable in a sense that you come off already looking like you're ready for a fight. You look intimidating. Men don't want to fight. They want to love. See, and I'm just approaching that right now. Yeah. Yeah. You are walking around rocking the RBF. I remember hearing this term for the first time like 7 years ago. I used to work with this lady who always had this really mean face. And I was intimidated by her. Not because I was trying to talk to her, just I was intimidated by her. She looked really mean. She's a little older. And I remember talking to a colleague saying, wow, like, is she okay? Like, she always looks so upset. She said, oh, now she's a sweetheart. That's just her RBF, right? She actually said the words out. I was like, wow, okay. Good. She's married, a beautiful lady, like, really nice. She just has that exterior. Now, it causes people, not just men, to sort of like keep their distance because they don't know what they're going to expect from you. Let me turn on this light. I was wondering why I look so dark. There we go. So it causes men to think, okay, she probably is not here to spark up a conversation with anybody. So thank you, G My Joe. Glad you are here. All right. That's why they're not approaching me. Oh, yeah. And yeah, men for the most part want to spark positive conversation. And if they look at you and your face tells them this is probably going to be a fight, they are probably not going to want to approach you. You may look intimidating, and I'm not like naive to the fact that you may have gone through a lot of nonsense with men looking to approach you, saying inappropriate things. I get it, but at the end of the day, you can turn those guys down with a smile, and if they don't get the picture, then you put on your RBF and get to work. Give them that work. What's going on, Chelsea? Glad you were here, sis. Glad you were here. Molly says, yeah, my sisters and I have RBF bad, but my sisters are married and I have been for I have been for the last 13 years. I hear that. We showing some love in the chat. So this is not one of those things where a man, like, again, one of the things that I heard women hate is when a man tells a woman to smile. They're not telling you that to be misogynistic. They really aren't, right? Because again, many women want to know why men are not approaching. I had a conversation 2 years ago, last year, right? And the question came up about why men don't approach her. And my first question was, well, are you approachable? Like the men that when they see you, can they approach you? Do you feel like they're confident enough to approach you? Not that the confidence is very different. Let me use a different term. Do you feel like it's welcoming? You're giving that welcoming feeling for a man to come and approach you. A friend of ours was sitting next to us and she was like shaking her head. And that's very important, especially if you are looking to find somebody and have somebody find you and you want to have a man talk to you. All right. You got to be able to say, smile and look approachable. Otherwise, men won't approach you. Men will not approach you. Hey, yo, what's going on? Glad you are here. Yes, positive vibes. Anecdotally, 80% of men are not players. Love women, do not want extra drama or trauma. We want women to be safe. We are not the enemy. What he said. What he said. Despite what a lot of these channels out here will make you want to believe, we're not the enemy. We really aren't. Yes, welcome to live, everybody. And please like the channel, like the video. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. So try to look approachable, ladies. This is one of those external things that keeps men from approaching you, especially today. Okay. Number 2, and I'm going to try not to have you guys here too long. Okay. Number 2, your body language. Body language says a lot. It's a language. People read body language just like women read body language. Men read body language too. Okay, you can say something to a man without ever opening up your mouth. Ever, ever. Mhm. And ladies, let's be real. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are sitting in a restaurant with your girls, let me talk to you guys directly. If you're sitting in a restaurant with your girls, right? And you look over and there's a guy that you find attractive. You may keep looking until you guys make eye contact. And when they make eye contact, you may do something subtle with your hair and give like a little smirk and then look away and then continue engaging the conversation. A man's going to read that and say, okay, she might be into me. Maybe I'll go and spark a conversation. All right. But keep the body language to a very non sensual nature. We don't want to give off the wrong message or give off the wrong communication because body language can also communicate something very different. Now, good men are not likely to just approach a woman giving off overly sensual body language. We're just not. We're just not. Especially if a man is looking to find a wife, he's not looking for a woman to be overly sensual in her body language. This may include what she wears. Now, um, I'm a believer that men need to practice self discipline and self control. Okay. Okay. So I'm not saying it's like a guy saying, staring at a woman can't really blame the woman for what she's wearing. But on the flip side, ladies, if you know you look good in an outfit and a guy is looking at you because you know you look good in an outfit, how do you get mad at that? Like, how do you get mad at because you wearing the outfit because you know you look cute. You look good. You want to look cute. And then when a guy finds you as cute, you get mad and think of them as a PERV because they're looking at you. For crying out loud. You spent probably 5 minutes in the mirror looking at you from every angle. And you're gonna go outside. You know what's gonna happen? Everybody, not just men, everybody, because y'all women be looking at women more than men. I see you. I see you. They're gonna look too. Okay. Now, the men need to practice self-control. Don't be oogling at a woman's body parts because she's wearing an outfit that you find attractive. That's weak man nature. That's weak man energy. In fact, let me give you guys a little secret. Okay. I'm putting you guys on game. Okay. You know what women love? Well, they don't really love it, but it sort of intrigues them. Here's what it is, guys. All right. Come a little closer. Come a little closer, guys. Here's what it is. When a woman looks good, right? And she notices that you are looking at her, you giving a subtle smile and look away and never look again. That's going to drive her crazy. And she's going to want to know a little bit more about you. You're welcome. Free game. All right. So, all right. I can actually give courses on this. I promise you. I can make more money than the young men from Miami. All right. I'm just, it's a joke. I wish them well. I hope that they turn out successful. But your body language is very important. It's one of the deciding factors of whether or not a man is going to approach you or not. And what type of man that will approach you as well. Okay. What type of man that will approach you as well. Because again, you attract what you put out. If I want to trap a dog, I'm putting out red meat. If I want to attract a rabbit, I'm putting out some vegetables if I want to catch a rabbit. So whatever you put out, whatever you use as, I hate to say the word, but it is what it is, bait, you will attract that kind of prey. It is what it is. So, ladies, your body language will encourage the right type of guy to approach you or the wrong type of guy to approach you or no guy to approach you for that matter. Okay. The third thing, another thing, right? This is one of those things that I'm probably going to get a lot of heat from. This is where some of you ladies are going to be looking to call in to have a conversation with me about. Okay. This is not me looking to belittle any specific gender, but we have to be objective about things like this. We have to be, okay? We live in a society today where, let me just read this comment real quick. Oh, shout out to Mark Rogers in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Versus laughing. Sister Chelsea puts the 100% emoji. Man, these dudes be shooting shots even when I'm looking like I just walked off a watermelon field. So I did. So I think that's one of the reasons I unintentionally walk around with RBF. Yeah, yeah. Now, if you don't want a guy to approach you, by all means, do you, ladies? Do you, sis? But if you want to, you got to have a conversation with you. And you want to be able to, sometimes the RBF got to be put aside. All right. So now here's the thing. Number 3. Now, again, these are not exhaustive. Okay. These are not exhaustive. So, ladies, and please hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. I was raised by 2 beautiful Black women, my grandmother and my mother. Okay. I have the utmost respect for women, the utmost respect. Men will never dare disrespect women in my presence. However, the truth is the truth. Facts are facts. And what I won't do is be a denier of facts because I have respect for a specific demographic. If it's facts, it's facts. And one of the facts that exists today is that today, women have become and are becoming more elevated in society, which is right. But men are becoming more devalued at the same time. So instead of there being an equilibrium fix, the pendulum is swinging in the direction that favors women than it does men. This is, oh, thank you so much. It's brand new. Check this out. Quick pause, right? I got that off of Temu. It was really cheap. I spent like $12 for that. It was on Temu, the website. I said, you know what? Let me try it. Let me try it, right? Could it hurt? So I got that. I got soundproof panels I'm gonna put up in that on the roof here, on the ceiling. Yeah, so yeah, if you want, I'll send you the link, sis, if you want it. It won't be like one of those affiliate links because I'm not affiliate of Temu. So it's TMU. So, okay. So we have to be objective here, ladies. And I hate that I have to preface this, but I do because let's be honest, some of you ladies are overly sensitive. And whenever we talk about things like this, it triggers you. This is not meant to trigger you. This is just meant to be a conversation piece and something to think about. Okay. Societies have elevated women and men are becoming more devalued. This is more it's an eternal thing that men go through because they have been told. I'll give an example, right? This isn't the case for all single moms, but in my experience, I have seen this happen on multiple occasions. A single mother's raising a young boy and a young girl. The young girl is told that she's a queen. The young boy is told he ain't sugar honey iced tea. Okay? They grow up in society. She's believing that she's a queen without having to do anything to have that title. She becomes self-involved, self-centered. He becomes bitter. He becomes, he has a low self-worth of himself. She expects the greatest. He feels like he needs to work in order to be acknowledged by people around him. So she is in a situation where she's wondering why men ain't approaching. And he's in a situation where he's thinking, I'm not good enough to approach these women. I ain't sugar honey iced tea. It's your spot? Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, it's the first time I purchased anything from them. But I'm not disappointed with that. I haven't opened up the soundproof panels yet, but I will. So this is one of those factors that go into men's lack of confidence when approaching women, because already from the jump, men are thinking that they are less than women because you guys believe that you guys are greater than men. So why should they approach you? What's going on, Black Light Revelation? So why should they approach you? You already set it up where they are less than. You already set it up where in order for them to get your attention, they have to work, and you should just sit there and do absolutely nothing. You already set it up that way. Society has set it up that way. Modern times has set it up that way. So why should they approach? Why? And that's their thinking. That's their thinking. Now, this is something that both of us can actually fix by valuing men, right? And by us being a little bit more confident in ourselves. Because today, men are devalued. We are. We are. Let me show you guys a quick video. And I chose this video for a specific reason. I know you guys may have something to say or may have your thoughts about the subject in the video, but I want you guys to not be so concerned about the aesthetics of the person talking. I want you guys to hear what he has to say. I want you to hear what he has to say, okay? Please. Hear him out, okay? Here we go.
Question women always ask is, why don't men approach us anymore? We be at bars, restaurants, etc. Men look at us, but they won't approach us. What's really the point of approaching you, ladies? Every time we approach you, we get called losers, creeps, weirdos, etc. So I don't see the point of approaching women anymore. Every time we approach you, as I said, we get called weirdos, creeps, losers. You make up excuses like you have a boyfriend when we all know some of you don't have boyfriend. You just use that as a defense mechanism to nicely reject a guy. So men
Which is cool. Like, if you want to nicely reject a guy, please nicely reject him.
looked at that and said, you know what? What's the point of really approaching anymore? There's no point of approaching anymore. So men stopped approaching. Men stopped trying to court you and take you out because we all know most of you are finessers and you just looking to finesse a guy.
Many, not most. The absolute isms in yeah.
So men don't approach anymore. What's really the point, ladies? If you knew how to talk to a man, if you knew how to give a man a chance, they'll approach more, but not anymore.
And I think women, for the most part, not all, don't want to give men a chance. They don't want to give a man a chance. Even to have a conversation. Even to have a conversation. A man goes to a woman and says, "Hi, I noticed you from across the room. Just wanted to say hi. What's your name?" And if he gets shut down at that point, why should they keep like what if he just wanted to have a conversation? You can have a conversation with a man longer than 5 minutes and make it known in that you're not looking for anybody. His intentions could be, "You're pretty. I want to get to know you because I might want to date you." But even having a 5 minute conversation won't hurt, or a 2 minute conversation, it won't hurt. But on the flip side to that, gentlemen, on the flip side to that, you really can't be afraid of rejection. You can't. I remember in like in my younger years in high school, being rejected a few times. Uh and the rejection came like this, right? uh I was handsome, I was cute, but I wasn't thug enough. You know? And okay, okay, then you're not my cup of tea. You're not for me. And that's cool. It's cool. The ironic thing is 10, 15 years later, then women sliding up in my DMs with that whole, "Hey, you remember me? I had the biggest crush on you in high school." Sorry, It's never going to get it. Shout out to Invoke. So, ladies, I think it's important that the combination of everything to be approachable and to allow yourself the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody that you may not be interested in. That's also a good development piece of your character. Are you able to have a conversation with a man that you are not interested in, that's not your coworker, or that doesn't have something that you want? Can you just allow a man to spark up a conversation with you? Because you never know. In that conversation, you might find your husband. He may not be an 8. He may be an adjustable 4.5, 5, but has the character and the qualities that would build a long-lasting marriage. Now, that will make you happy, Molly. Not that it will make you happy, because happiness is your responsibility. But he is willing to be committed, to do what it takes to give you moments of happiness within your marriage, to be faithful to you, to be a good father to your kids. But the thing is, I saw a video of, I should play that video. There was 2 ladies sitting on a couch talking about an experience they had with online dating, which we're going to talk about in a second. And they realized that they dated the same person because he took them on the very same date, which is okay. Like, that's a safe thing. But he was the same type of man. You ladies keep going after the same type of man. And it's like 10% of the men. If 80% of the women are going after 10% of the men, what's the likelihood that you're going to land one? Now, this is one of those things that Kevin Samuels used to say. One of those things that's true, but I'm not saying like, you must settle. I am going to ask you guys to broaden your horizons and allow people, men that you would not normally have a conversation with, to have a conversation with you, even if you're not interested. There's no harm in that. Absolutely no harm in that. And I think that's one of the things that's lacking today. It's funny how they think you will remember them. Anytime I got that, I made it like, who is this, right? Like, yeah, I don't remember who you are. It's amazing how people think that as life has gone on and priorities have changed, someone would remember someone from the lunchroom, right? Yep. Yeah. Sherry Watson just became a sponsor. Hey, shout out to shout out to Sharon Marie Watson for becoming a channel sponsor. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much also for being a part of the Harrison extended family. Exactly. The lunchroom science class, or Mickey D's job we had in high school or college. McDonald's was off the hook. I used to work at McDonald's too. McDonald's was off the hook. Like, it was crazy. Crazy. Fun. And I learned a lot. Crazy. All right. So, but this is internal also. Back to the topic. The thing that men go through, it's a lot. It's a lot. And back to what he was saying, number 4, concern for how they will get it rejected. Now, I disagree with him. If a woman tells a man she has a boyfriend, I think that's one of the nice ways to let somebody down. If you get offended if a woman says I have a boyfriend to let you down, then you have some inside turmoil, some inside issues that you may have to process, because that really is one of the nicer ways to say you're not interested in somebody. They could say, listen, you are definitely not my type. I'm way out of your league, and please don't come and talk to me again. Then you got something to complain about. But also, men, they're concerned for how they will get rejected. I think men should man up in this area. Fear of rejection Fear of rejection. That's what keeps a lot of men unemployed. Not just single, but unemployed. Because you guys don't want to put on a shirt and tie, brush your teeth and your hair, get some nice shoes, and go in a job interview because you're afraid of being rejected. The reason why some of you guys are still in your mother and father's basement or your grandmommy and granddaddy's basement is because you fear rejection in society. So you will not go and get a job. You will not go and do better for yourself. And that spills over to your relationships with women because you're afraid of rejection. You know what rejection does? It helps hone who you are. It helps develop you as a man. That's what rejection does. If you do it right, it'll cause you to say, okay, what didn't I do right in this situation? Because here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Before the Notorious B.I.G. got money, he was getting girls. And it wasn't because he was handsome. You know, I'll quote the lyrics for this specific song. Heartthrob never, black and ugly as ever. He said that about himself, but knew he can get women. It wasn't because he kept getting rejected and he was like, nah, I'm done. He adjusted. He pivoted. We got to learn to pivot when we get rejected. We have to. We have to. Because especially if you're younger, and if you're watching right now, you're a young man, you're dating, you're in your teenagers or early 20s, and you've been rejected and you can't stand being rejected, then you need to identify all the times you've been rejected. How was you behaving while you were rejected? And start making some notes and changes in your approach. This is not me telling you how to pick up a woman. This is me telling you how to approach a woman. And not to be afraid of rejection. Because that spills over to every other part of your life. You would rather stay in your house and in your room. Be secluded. Okay? Stay away from everybody, including women, and then start complaining about women because you've been rejected so much. So what? So what? You've been rejected. It's time to get out of that slump, gentlemen. It's time to man up and start approaching women that you are attracted to and using the rejection as a means to improve. Yeah, to improve. Stop complaining about the women and how horrible they are and how unrealistic their expectations are, because truth be told, they have some unrealistic expectations. Yes, ladies, you guys do. Okay? Okay? But stop complaining about it, gentlemen. It is what it is. You pivot. You start making the changes within yourself. And you start putting yourself in a position where women want to approach you. Nobody wants to hear this. What's going on, Mona? Glad you were here. Glad you are here. One time I was told I'm out of the league. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm in the majors and bounce. Then the woman was interested. Yep. Too late. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Listen, Black Light Revelations is on it. Oh, I thought it was Coogee. Yeah. It was Coogee. I say Coogee down to the socks. Yeah, I know the lyrics. I was called ugly and retarded. I've been cheated on and lied to. Yet it never made me hate women or fear rejection. Brother, you pivot. You pivot. Keep on rejecting and take in all aspects of life. Yep. If you'd like to support the channel, please, yes, please do so. Greatly appreciate that. Shout out to Super Chat. And he will be a sponsor of this today's show. So shout out to today's sponsor. I had a conversation with my wife about this, about super chats, and I want to appreciate, but I want to make sure that it's done right. So whoever sends super chats to the channel or to the video while we're live, they will be the sponsor of that video. So I will be shouting them out and putting their any information that they would like me to in the description of the video. So shout out to you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Mamoom and Betty says, women have standards. I'm in a committed relationship, 30 years for me and 36 for him. You're 36 and he's 30. Okay. since almost 18. We've got 4 children. We talk a lot and been thought a lot of bad things. Communication is key. Communication is one of those keys that's a non-negotiable. So shout out to you guys for having a committed relationship, a marriage for all those years. Shout out to the 4 children that you guys are being examples to. And I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're here. And I'm extremely, extremely grateful for you being today's sponsor. So thank you so much. Yes, and hit that like button. Greatly appreciate your support. All right. We go live. All right, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Okay. So 4, do not be afraid of rejection. Embrace the rejection. If you are rejected, you say, you know what? My apologies. I didn't mean to bother you. You have a great day, beautiful, and keep walking. Keep walking. And then try again. If that happens again, try again. If you go to a job interview and they say, sorry, we don't want to hire you, go to another job interview. Stop being afraid of rejection. Stop being afraid of rejection. And the last thing I want to talk about is social media. Social media has you people believing that you are at a level that you are not. The thing about social media is that we all carefully curate what we present on social media. We do. From the cars we want to be able to display, to the houses, to what we wear, to what our face looks like. I don't trust social media. I don't. There was a situation a couple of years ago where this guy was dating a woman that would become his wife. And she presented extremely beautiful on social media. He thought he was being catfished. And he was like, listen, we're going to have to meet soon because I want to make sure that who you are is who you really are. It turned out she was who she really was. They got married. But people present very differently on social media. And men, I'll say this. Y'all men become extremely brave in the DMs. Extremely brave in the DMs. You guys be saying some things that, I saw some lady post a story of a man saying some highly inappropriate things to her in her DMs, trying to pick her up. Why do we become so big, so bad, so bold on social media? You want to know why? Because we don't want to be rejected in person. We don't mind being rejected by text. It's crazy. It's crazy. And also, you ladies have a lot of power in social media. A lot of power. Because you guys can accept any message you want from any guy. In fact, from my understanding, dating apps tend to favor you. You guys are the ones that control the left or the right, the left swipes or right swipes or whatever. You guys control that. In that story I mentioned earlier about the 2 women, they met this guy on a social media app, on a dating app. Social media, dating apps could be a positive. But it's causing a lot of you guys, causing a lot of us to think more highly of ourselves than we should. It should. You know why the men become more bold in your DMs? Because you guys becoming more bold with your outward expression of your physical things. So, the more bold you become in social media, showing off all your assets, the more bold these men are going to be in your DMs. They're not approaching you in person because they're sliding in your DMs. And you're still not giving them play there. It's crazy. And I know, ladies, you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I have had some men say some really raunchy things to me in my DMs. I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Shout out again for the sponsor. My man and I are from French. Oh, get it. Oh, praise God. I'm trying to make my way over to the continent. French speaker, but I improve my English with videos. Can you take me live in? Oh, yeah. Here's what I'll do. I will add you to this. Yeah, and I would love to have a conversation with you. So let me go here. Okay. And if you, I'm going to pin it to the top also. All right. I have it there. And I'm going to pin it in the top once this. See what happens is in YouTube Studio, they have these reactions now, right? Yeah, I have these reactions, so I have to wait for me to. There we go. The message is pinned. So yeah, do me a favor. Click that link that I just put in the chat. And yeah, come on. I would like to have a conversation with you. And I'm glad that they did that because I'm going to start changing up my format a little bit. I am going to talk about my topic for 45 minutes in the future, and then leave the last 15 minutes for any questions and answers. Invite people up to ask me any questions they have about relationships, marriage, education, things like that. So the format's going to change, and I'm trying to probably go to 3 nights a week starting in September with some videos in between. So I want to dedicate more time to this. I really would like to grow and treat this like an official side hustle, making decent supplemental income. So, but yeah, hit that link. If anybody else that want to join in the conversation, please do so. Okay, click that link and yeah, cam up. Okay, so but social media. Back to the topic. Social media has become a crutch for both men and women. Stop me if you heard this before, or if you've been in this kind of situation. There's a guy whose social media presence is off the hook. In their DMs, they say all in the DMs and your text messages, saying all the right things. You're engaged. Then you finally meet up. And it's the most driest experience you have ever had. Because we get bold on social media. People get bold on YouTube, for crying out loud. Half the comments I get on my videos, none of these guys will ever say in my face. Ever. Ever. Because we get bold because of social media. Man, we get bold and we want to I will say this. We want to slide in the DMs of women we know we should not be sliding in. Right? We should not. Crazy. Honestly, I had like women sliding in my DMs that I was like, yo, really? Me? Right? Oh, Mark Ross said that used to be. Yeah, right? Right? And that's what social media allows us, because again, we curate what we want people to believe about us. Rarely do we put who we really are. Now, I know a lot of you guys, Chelsea, Chavis, Marley. I've seen your social media, and I'm positive that you guys present on social media exactly who you really are. But a lot of us don't. A lot of us won't. We're too insecure to really allow everybody else to see us for who we really are. That takes a level of vulnerability that we don't really want to put out there. What would people think of you, ladies, if you do a post and your face isn't all made up? Who cares? Who cares what they think? Because you're being you. You're being you. Men, right? Why not post that you watch Ninja Turtles every Saturday? Why not? Because you're afraid people are going to look at you as immature. Right? Right? Wait, you got a good job. And every now and then, you was a fan of the Ninja Turtles as a kid. You want to watch Ninja Turtles. There's nothing wrong with that. Every now and then. If it's taking you away from your responsibilities, something wrong with that. Shout out to Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo. But don't ask me how I know all four of their names. And Splinter is, yeah. It can be used for good, though. Absolutely. Social media? Absolutely. My father passed away back in June. I met my father because of Facebook in 2011. I met my father because of Facebook. My aunt reached out to me, his sister, who I didn't know, reached out to me on Facebook, allowed me the opportunity to meet my father. But that doesn't negate the fact that we, at times, present a representative on Facebook. We become bold. We become unrealistic. And it starts to shape our reality. It starts to affect our reality to the point where, ladies, you have been getting so much attention on Instagram that you think you are the it outside. Like you think you are it. Why should a man approach that? Why? OMG, I said those very words about 2 weeks ago. I'm actually bored with social media because of the content that's being posted. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Now, there is a science for men to approach women on social media. There is a science. There's a method. There's a way to do it. I'll tell you what's not the way. To be going in there and going heavy on a lady's body parts or what you plan on doing with them if you guys ever met up. Like that's extremely weak for men to do. You're going to get rejected on social media, just like you probably going to get rejected in person. So if you ever want to be in a position to approach a woman, whether it be on social media or in real life, put your best foot forward, but not the representative of who you want somebody else to believe you are. Be who you are, one. Two, don't be afraid of rejection. Three, this is for the ladies. Don't be rejective to the rejective. Is that a word? I'm gonna look that up. If it's not, I'm gonna write it in the dictionary. It's gonna be a word. Stop rejecting men who just want to have a conversation with you. Stop treating men who want to have a conversation with you like they're inconveniencing you or bothering you. Especially if you're out there complaining that there's no men approaching you. Knock that off. Knock that off. Okay? Men, be a little bit more confident in who you are. Okay? Be confident. There's a saying, if you're going to go up at bat, go for a home run. No, I'm just saying, I'm going to tell you, just get on base. Okay? Stop going so hard at bat. Get on base. Okay? Get on base. Spark up a conversation. All right? And if you are rejected, walk away with your dignity intact by closing the conversation like this. My apologies for bothering you. Hope you have a good night, beautiful. And walk away with a smile. And then even wink. Go a little wink. If you don't, do a little wink at the end and just walk away. It'll work. It'll work. She may, hey, come here for a second. What's your name? Have a seat. Let's talk. It may happen. It may not, but it may happen. There's a science to this, gentlemen. There's a science to this. There's a science. What's going on, Angel Heart? Glad you were here. Hung out with a guy and I was told that I'm boring. I laughed. I will say this. I will say this. I think it's on the onus of, this is me being a little bit more traditional. I think it's on the onus of a man to create the excitement when they're in the dating stages. I will say that. Yeah. Because like the question is like, what would that guy expect for you to be boring? Like if he thinks you're boring, like what was he expecting? Uh, now we could be boring. It could happen, but like my question is, what's the expectation? Okay, you're in France. Gotcha. Okay, not a problem. I'm sorry, I can't connect with the link. I tried many times. Ah, man, I don't. Can somebody do me a favor? If one of my moderators can just click the link, I'm not going to put you up. Let me just see if it works. If one of my moderators from the US can click the link. Walking in fear already sets you up for failure. 100%. 100%. If you don't try, you'll fail 100% of the time. And it'll help you with your game. If you guys are concerned about game, I don't really do that whole game thing, but it'll help you with your approach to women. People who have never been rejected in life lack resiliency and don't know how to respond when there's rejection. And then there's people in life. So it is working, Chelsea. All right. Thank you, Chelsea. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So the link is working. So I'm sorry, Mama. I wonder why it's not working for you. I wonder if it's because you're in France. But we're international, baby. We're international. So I wonder if that's why. What time is it out there, by the way? What time is it in France? I wonder how many hours ahead you are. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. The reason why men are not approaching women as much as they used to, not exhaustive, just 5 reasons I'm giving for today. It's because you may ladies come off intimidating looking. 2, your body language is way off, or what you are wearing and what you're saying with what you're wearing is way off. 3, societies tend to elevate women and devalue men. 4, men are overly concerned with rejection and how they're going to be rejected. Oh, excuse me. And 5, social media has made us brave, braver than we should be, braver than we should be. And I'm trying to think of examples, right? But you know what's crazy though? Some of the beautiful women that exist, right? That everybody would, normally think of as beautiful. Uh, wouldn't mind dating a guy who is 3 or 4 levels down from them, as long as this man could add value to the woman's life. So, yeah. Yo, it's 2:24 a.m. over there. Yo. Oh, we got him. All right. So we're gonna try to bring him up. All right. All right. Hey, we got you. It worked.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Don't, yes, I hear you.
Got you. How you doing?
Don't judge my English.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. See, you speak way better English than I speak French. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah. So what do you want to say with us? Say to us today?
Yes, like I told, it was communication.
Yes.
I met my. We are not married.
Okay. So why not?
It's
What's keeping you guys
almost
from getting married?
finances,
Okay. All right.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But we are together since almost 18 years, and we have 4 children.
Sis, 18 years. It can't be about finances anymore. It can't be. But we can talk about that later. Yeah. So go ahead, finish up what you were saying.
Sometimes you have trouble in life, and we have 2 girls
Mhm.
and 2 boys.
Yeah.
Our first child is a girl, and the second, I don't know how to translate it in English,
Okay.
but he have some troubles in school.
Okay.
Um,
The second child.
I don't have the word, but he have no fight with his um, teachers
Okay.
of his mate,
So
but
he's defiant.
to learn.
Okay.
And he have uh,
Dyslex dyslexia.
yes,
Yeah.
and his father have to go to work,
Okay.
and I was um, to I lost my word,
Yeah.
but it was falling some skills to be like his mates
Okay.
in his class.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be work.
So all right. So you say you can't go to work because
Me,
of your
yes, because my second child,
yeah, a son or a daughter.
yeah, it was my son.
Okay. Yeah.
He is the second
Second.
of all our children,
Okay.
and so it explained the trouble of finances.
Got you.
So I couldn't go to work, and now he's doing better.
Okay. What grade well, how old is he? How old is he now?
He is almost he is 12,
12. Okay. Okay.
and I just finished my courses. Graduated.
Congratulations.
Thank you. In and I'm going to work soon.
All right, good. Good.
Yes,
In France, do you
yes, in
have
France.
to pay to get married?
Y- yes, if you have a lot of people,
Oh, for a wedding.
yes, for the wedding.
But
But without that,
to get married, to be married.
yes, to get married.
So what if like you get married through the state, right?
Hmm.
Without the wedding first. Like are you guys allowed to do that?
I don't know how to explain that, but
Yeah.
it has a thing between the thing between of the marriage and to be to in committed relationship.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think you're gonna be able to do that
Okay.
because I'm gonna go to work soon.
Got you.
But it's not a thing that important. It's how we show our children to behave
Yes.
between men and women,
Yep.
and I think we are a great example. We don't
Yes.
be loud to each other when the children are here,
Good.
but they can feel and they know that we have problems,
Yeah.
but we want to show them that um, the life of the couple it's not easy.
True. No, that's one of the facts about marriage that we.
And I saw that with my parents. My parents were married
Mhm.
and they're divorced, but they keep the relationship. Now my parents are grown. They my father, to give an example, is almost 70, 18,
Wow.
and my mother is a little bit She has
Okay.
65,
Yeah.
but they have a good relationship.
Now. Okay.
And like I told in the chat, I'm from French Guyana,
Hmm.
so we speak French
Rich. Yeah.
and Creole,
Hmm.
but I have to go to France to for my studies,
Yeah.
but life. But my mother was always here for my father because he had a lot of trouble with his health.
Oh. Okay.
And since here now, like today, my mother called my father. He's with us
Yeah.
now,
So he's living
but
with you.
I you can continue.
Oh no, he's living with you now.
Yes,
Okay.
because he had a lot of problem health.
Got you.
But my mother called me or my children or my father to keep the link.
Yeah.
And their divorce since almost, I think, 12 years.
Well,
But
it's been a while.
she keep the link and him also.
Got you. Okay. But that's also good
And
for the kids as well.
yes,
But
but it's disturbing to. I don't know why people can't take these links when they are not together.
uh,
Uh, Perhaps I can be some biased because I think I have a great example, but I think if you love someone, you can be separated. You have children or one child with this person.
yeah.
You have to keep the link.
Especially yeah, if you have kids, it's beneficial for the kids that the parents
Yes.
are able to get along and function together as co-parents
Mm,
half of the child. That helps statistically, at least in America. Children grow up more secure if their parents get along.
mm.
They don't have to
But
be best
but
friends
but
if they work
but you
together.
know, my father have for his parents, his mother and his father, is the only child.
Oh
But
wow.
he have a lot of sisters and brothers.
Uh, uh,
And I remove my tree, if I can call like that.
yeah.
And he had because there is one sister and one brother was deceased now,
Mhm.
but in total he have 15 brothers and sisters with different mothers and fathers, but they all linked.
Yeah.
Today, he have a call one of his little brothers,
Hmm.
and they talk, they love, all the cousins, female and male, were linked. We have different ages, but we linked, and I don't understand why people are separate.
Yeah. And why they separate?
Yes.
Well, like, so after they've been married, why they separate?
No, but the entire family.
Yeah. Okay. Separate, like from different places, like living in.
Yes,
I
but
understand that. Yeah.
we are not in same places because I have in a lot of my family is always in French Guyana,
Hmm.
but we communicate.
Where is that?
Sometimes when
We're in French Guiana.
one man and one woman divorces,
Yeah.
the entire family is dispersed.
Hmm.
the people don't keep links, and I don't understand that because in my family it's not like that.
Yeah. So I have a question. I'm looking at a map. I'm really like right now. I'm looking at a map of French Guyana. It doesn't
Yes,
look like there's a lot of places people live. It looks like
yes.
only a couple.
We are in the south of America. We
I,
are next to Brazil,
yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Suriname.
So yeah, Suriname. What were you in? Is it Cayenne? Cayenne?
Yes, I was born in Cayenne.
Cayenne. You were there. Okay, because it looks like that's like one of the only cities in the country.
It is. I can tell it is the central of the country
Gotcha.
because we are part of France,
Yeah.
like Guadeloupe, Martinique.
Mhm.
It's
Gotcha.
like that.
Okay. All right.
But men, when like in Guadeloupe, Martinique, when men cheats, the woman always know they are the father or which children.
Really.
Yes.
So and the men are known to be cheaters.
I can't say they are loved,
Yeah.
but but they are the mothers or the children of these fathers
Yeah.
are they know.
Okay. They know.
But and the children are they are linked, connected.
Yeah. Got you.
And to I want to go to my home story.
Mhm.
So I met my man
Yeah.
because we are not married. It was because of the loss of the father of a friend.
Okay.
We have a friend, and we decide because this friend was studying, or he was doing his studies in France, and before he go back to France, we decide to make a party to make him feel good,
Okay.
and we met, but we don't talked this night,
Yeah.
and we talked. It don't exist anymore. It was MSN,
MSN.
yes,
All
and
right.
we talked for months.
Yeah.
We met few times, 3 times, I think,
Okay.
and we talked about family, um, and we observed how we. I don't know how to say that. Um, we behaved
Okay.
because talk is not enough.
Yeah. So
You have to
MSN is
see.
is MSN like a restaurant?
No, MSN. It was a chat. I don't know.
Oh, I know what you mean. Microsoft Network. I know what you mean. So it's like a chat.
Yes,
I think I know what you mean.
yes.
So it's like I know what you mean. Yeah.
Sorry, I have. Sorry, give me 2 seconds
Okay.
because my phone is gonna be dead.
Okay. Need the charger.
Yes, charger, and I think my children keep it.
Got you. Yeah. So MSN 419. Yeah. The MSN was a chat. I remember that chat. Yeah. It's like
Yes,
yeah, I remember.
it's all but yes, it's good. It's all but we talk a lot, and we didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Just talk and look the way we behaved,
Yeah.
and and the thing,
And this is the guy you're with now.
yes,
Got you. Yep.
and the thing the very first thing we have in common we didn't want to be with a person who have a child.
Okay.
It was very, very, very important
Mm.
because if I'm gonna think to that, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I think it's not easy.
No, that's difficult. Yeah,
I,
that's not what you want.
I don't know what it is because when my parents divorced, no, neither one been with another person.
Yeah. Since.
And to be honest, I was so glad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to do. I don't have to deal with a stepmother or a stepfather.
Gosh. Yeah, it could be
I
challenging.
think
Could be challenging.
uh,
Relationships are challenging. You
yes,
know, you're forming and things like
and,
that.
and children. When you have children with the person you want, you love, you like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So if you had a stepmother and a stepfather, I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna be great.
Yeah. It could add extra challenges. Like if you have,
Yes.
if the person who is the stepmom, I like to call it bonus mom, bonus dad. If they go in with the right mindset, understanding that they're there to not just marry the person that they're marrying, but also love the child like their own, or vice versa.
Mhm.
It could work. It definitely could work. It's
It
challenging.
it could.
It could
I
work.
saw that, but not many times.
Yeah.
But you can have the same mindset, but in reality,
Yeah.
it's difficult and challenging.
Could be.
I think
Very well.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Very could be.
and I understand the part of the red pill. I don't like this movement, but
So, but
there, there's some things who are true,
yeah.
but the examples are BS, I think.
Yeah. So, like my thing with the red pill is, it seems like it's looking to swing the pendulum in a way that's not balancing.
Mm,
So it's not looking to balance; it's looking to overcorrect. And
yes.
we need movements that's looking to correct the situation,
Mm,
not overcorrect it in one way where the pendulum swings back in a way that women are looking as less than in society. And I think that's feminism. The first, when it first started, was a positive thing.
yes.
Today, it's not so positive, and then you have movements like the red pill and the manosphere that come in looking to overcorrect it or bring it back to
Yes.
me. So
But it's a cycle because feminism push red pills and red pills push
yeah,
feminism.
yeah.
And
The difference is this, though, right? The difference is
it,
society today, modern society, will get behind feminism because women were marginalized for so long,
yes, it's true.
and they're not going to look at the things that the red pill is saying because of a lot of the misogynistic overtone. It's not even undertone; it's
Yes.
overtones that exist, and nobody really wants to be associated with that. But if they was looking to bring balance to it, then people would look at and say, you know what, we really got to talk about this because now,
Mm,
I'll give an example, right? In the United States, there's a state in Tennessee, right? And I did a video about this last week where they're making it illegal for women to put, well, not making it like, yeah, for women to just put the wrong man down as a father of their child.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Now they're making it mandatory for there to be DNA tests for the child and the father,
Yes.
which is right. That
Yes.
that's been a red pill talking point for a very long time.
Mm,
That's a balancing correction in society. That's
yes.
justice. But when they do
But
say,
but, but I can interrupt you because some woman lies.
yeah, absolutely,
Mm, and and they have nothing,
yeah,
no jail time.
yeah.
In France, it's not like that
You like
because
that in France?
you can in France
Yeah.
you can do DNA test like you want. If you want to do that, you have to go in
That's good.
border countries.
Oh, so you can't do it in France.
But no, it's the judge
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same
who can
states here.
mandate it, but you can do it like a snake, if I can call that
Yeah.
like that. But it's illegal
Yeah.
to do that.
In the United States, you can get DNA tests from uh anywhere, from like the local pharmacy, but it's a lot of money to get the DNA test done. You
Yes.
got to spend like $50 for the test, and then it's probably like another $125 for the lab work.
Mm,
So it's a lot. But yeah, it's so the red pill is really looking to overcorrect, and if they were trying to just bring balance to this to society to
yes, but we need that. The
sensitive.
balance is we need that.
Yeah,
But I don't like to see women to lie to a man and tell you are the father of this child,
and you're not.
and it's not because I I'm I put myself in that place, and if I was a man and a woman tell me you're not the father,
Yeah,
or I discover it myself,
yeah,
it would be a no, 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 no.
yeah, yeah.
So, for child support, we don't have jail time in France.
Okay,
The government take the money in the bank account, and that's all. We have support for families
okay,
when you have children. It become at two
okay.
children,
Yeah,
and you have support. And now, since a few years, if the father don't help you, they can take the money in the bank account
account for.
of the father. Yes.
Okay, yeah,
So I think sometimes USA it's rude, but sometimes when women lie, I don't like that
yeah, yeah. All right. I'm gonna.
because it's heritage.
It's heritage.
It's for me
Yeah,
when you have children, it's heritage. It's not only about money, but
yeah,
what you can taught your children, your family,
yeah,
and
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
And your values. You can do it um to our children. It's not yours, but it's almost it's better
True.
when it's yours
Yeah.
and you know it.
Well,
So
which is why, like, on this channel, I'm a proponent of waiting until you're married, developing a family and a life together, and
I hope so.
yeah, that's that's definitely
I'm gonna I'm gonna go to work, so
yeah,
it would be better.
yes, 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 yes. And please, keep me posted. All right, I'm gonna get ready to end this live stream, but I greatly appreciate
Yes.
the support, and shout
Thank
out
you to
to,
having me.
yeah, and you're the sponsor of tonight's live stream, so thank you so much for your support. I greatly
So
appreciate
I'm grateful.
it. All right.
Have a good night.
It's 2:20. Well, it's like 2:50 in the morning there, right? Like
Oh, so to me it's almost 3 in the morning
yeah. So yeah, you
in
got
France.
sleep.
Yeah,
All right. But I appreciate your support and thank you so much for
yeah.
being a part of the Harrison extended family. Thank you.
So continue the work you do. I look your video, but I don't have the notification
Oh, you don't?
always. Yes.
Is this one of those shadow banning thing that
So
YouTube?
I have the recommendation from the fresh and fit situation,
Yeah, yeah.
but I look I definitely look your videos.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna reach out.
All right. Please do. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right. That was nice. She's the sponsor of tonight's show. She gave a couple of super chats, so thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for a nice conversation. Big ups, Mamoon. Yes, big ups to you. A nice convo. Yes, catching the tail end, black exploitation. Glad you're here. But yeah, we are going to end. So please, please, please watch the replay and let me know what you think of the show. This is not that what welfare is designed for. Women are using it for today, so the government might as well abolish it. Yeah, I have my feelings about welfare. I will share this before I go. If it's no secret, after I was divorced and after that I was a single father, I was literally earning $12.13 an hour. $12.13 an hour at a Head Start, trying to support myself and my 3 sons. I had to do crazy hours, photography and videography, try to make ends meet. And I told myself, I am an able-bodied person. I qualify for everything under the sun, but I won't do it. I worked my butt off, paid for all my bills without the help of the welfare system. It wasn't easy. I'll be honest with you. I don't recommend anybody do that. But as a man, I could not just get free money from the state. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. But yeah, I do have to go, guys. I do have to go. BC, thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you so much for the applause. Oh, yes, thank you so much for the salute as well. Or for the state of Georgia for 17 years. I trust, agree with you. Yeah, all right. But I am going to go now. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the sponsor of tonight's show, Mamoon. And thank you for having a conversation with me. I enjoy having conversations. And that's what we're going to be doing from now on the live streams. We're going to try to go maybe Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, we'll probably do live streams. Wednesdays is for my sister, Chelsea. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Chelsea's Liveline for her live streams on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to do it Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And every time we'll do the topic, and then afterwards we'll have people come on and share what they think about the topic, or ask me questions about life, marriage, education, family, faith, fatherhood, everything. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't liked it, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. It lets YouTube know that this is a video worth sharing. It'll allow more people to have the opportunity to watch it, see the thumbnail on their screens. YouTube does that with the algorithm. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a couple of ways you can do so. Hit the join button down below. By doing so, hit the join button down below, or you can go to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values. We have very inexpensive tiers that won't break the bank. Some as little as, I think, $3 a month. And that would help support the channel and keep content like this going. You guys will be like the executive producers of the show and sponsors of the show. So we will be acknowledging you as such. So please consider joining the Harrison Extended Family through memberships. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when I upload new videos. I'm going to go live like I'm doing right now. And if you would like to purchase merch, I think that's the best way to support the channel because it's not a handout. You get something in return, and you're supporting my business here. So we have new things on there, from shirts to cups to water, those drinks, the water containers. We have brand new things on there that would make you look fly and keep you refreshed at the same time. So yeah, greatly appreciate you all. Please keep watching, keep subscribing, and please keep supporting this content and other content like this, because YouTube needs more positive content creators in their platform, on their platform. So until the next upload, a live stream, I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm out. Peace.